and it looks like it'd be a nice night to be out and about.
Yeah, nice evening. Temperatures have been warm today, but they're going to start to cool down and they should become much more comfortable. The humidity is not terribly high, so that certainly helps. That's just because it's been so dry. We need some rain in our forecast. Things are dry, burn bans are starting to pop up. Right now, there's nothing in the short term, so through this evening, through tomorrow, you're looking pretty good if you have outdoor plans or just want to maybe have dinner outside. But see some of that rain to our west? That, at some point, will start to ease its way closer to central Indiana. I'm saying at some point it will begin to ease its way because this is going to be very slow to finally make its way to our forecast. In the short term, really at least through the next 48 hours, it's just a temperature forecast, a numbers game. We're currently sitting at 87. There's some slightly warmer air to our south and west, but I think temperatures will go from these 80s close to 90 for some of you within the last hour or so, and they will start to cool their way down. I think we'll cool down into the 60s for tonight, but it's probably going to take us several hours before we get there. So once the sun goes down, we're back into the 70s. We'll do 60s for the overnight, although I think there could also be some locations that make it into the upper 50s. And then looking ahead to tomorrow, almost identical to today, we could use the rain. The drought monitor is updated. I'm going to talk a lot about this and when we do have rain in the forecast in the 7-day coming up in just a few.
All right, Rob, thanks so much. Today, former Transportation Secretary and South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg joined Indiana Democrats in their rally against statewide redistricting. Jenna Webster was at the State House today where supporters came out in droves, packing the rotunda on all the floors.
Well, this crowd was not afraid to make their voices heard, many expressing frustration with the idea of a special session, and many are concerned that their votes would not count with these new maps. Space was hard to come by in the State House rotunda. Signs hang over the 2 floors above. Hoosiers speaking out against redrawing our state maps. Democrats characterize it as cheating and voter suppression. They call it a power grab by the White House to secure more GOP seats during next year's midterms. The rally is a call for voters to tell Republican lawmakers they don't want this mid-cycle redistricting.
It's time for all of us to encourage our Republican friends in this State House to show some backbone before it's too late. Because they could still do the right thing. And if they do, we should give them some credit for it.
Just 2 days ago, Governor Braun said he won't call a special session unless he knows it will be successful. That could be as soon as November. But now State Representative Ed Delaney says he believes that Republican lawmakers would have already had a special session already if they knew these maps could pass. He says stopping a special session is far from guaranteed, but he does feel better than he did a few days ago. At the State House, Jenna Webster, 13 News.
Democrats have said if a special session does happen, they'll file lawsuits against any new maps that are drawn. We are hearing concerns tonight that elected officials now are infringing on the free speech rights of educators. Rich Nye is here once again tonight, live in studio, following the fallout from comments made by public workers about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Rich.
And Marie, the Indiana Attorney General is collecting and posting comments that his office believes are verified evidence of an educator celebrating or rationalizing Kirk's killing. The AG's Eyes on Education portal lists 9 educators or administrators and provides links to their social media posts that were reported. Ball State fired an administrator listed on the portal for her Facebook post. And now Governor Braun warns that the Secretary of Education could suspend or revoke the teaching license of an educator who celebrates or incites political violence.
When public employees, even educators, are acting as citizens in the public sphere, they have every right to speak about political issues that you or I have. To punish them for participating in that national debate that we have going on right now over the last week, it stifles free speech and it violates the First Amendment.
The Indiana State Teachers Association also responded today with a statement that included, while celebrating violence is unacceptable, threatening educators' licenses for lawful speech risks silencing those who are teaching honestly or sharing personal views responsibly. And I asked the Department of Education if the Secretary is reviewing or plans to review comments by educators. My message was acknowledged, but I have not received an answer yet tonight.
All right, Rich reporting live for us tonight. Thank you. Tonight, a 14-year-old girl is dead and a 15-year-old boy is in custody after a shooting in Muncie. Muncie police officers say that officers responded to a shooting inside an apartment complex that was located on East Gilbert Street. We're told the 14-year-old girl went to the hospital and that's where she later died. Police say they took the boy into custody at the scene, and he currently now is being held in custody at the Delaware County Detention Center. Tonight in Indianapolis, an encampment on the south side in the Fountain Square area is gone, cleaned up after months and months of complaints about it from neighbors nearby. Our crews went by there this morning as the city was picking up some of the leftover tents and some of the debris left behind along Leonard Street. The Office of Public Health and Safety says it's now working to get the people who were there into shelters or permanent housing. We've reached out to the city for updates on how those efforts are going right now, but they have yet to provide us with any specific information or details today. Coming up, the Colts are off to the team's hottest start in more than a decade. Tonight, what players are saying about keeping that momentum going. Rob?
And take a look at this map. Showing the rain chances are looking pretty good when we look at our long-range forecast. But when will the rain actually return? I'll have a look at 7-day.
And looky, looky, look, we're getting our first look at the newest addition to the Borg Warner Trophy. It's ahead.